Welcome to Frustrated but Faithful, where faith isn't always pretty, but it's powerful. I'm Justin. This is the place for the new, raw, unfiltered journey of a walk with God through the chaos, through the waiting, and the struggle. Here we embrace frustration and turn it into purpose. This is my real life story, and I wanted to say that out loud because this is not fiction. This shit actually happened. So, you ever look at life and you think, what the hell happened? Like, you did everything right, you prayed, you worked, you believed, and somehow everything still fell apart? Yeah, that's me. 8 years, 8 long, quiet, frustrating years of waiting. Back in 2017, I worked for a company and they downsized in November. Wonderful holiday season that year, I got to tell you. I've just got down on my knees, literally, and I was frustrated. And I just said to the man upstairs, God, I said, show me what you want me to do. Show me something. Show me a sign. Show me a whisper. Show me a reason why all this is happening. You know, and I got to tell you, something let me know I wasn't crazy for believing this because most of my life I was pretty successful, average guy, had some decent jobs, great skill sets, and it just seemed like after a short period of time being at a company, doors were just shut. So I wasn't going crazy. But all I got from asking that question above was silence. And silence can feel like rejection for everybody when you're desperate for direction. Fast forward to 2018, 2019, a wonderful time when we had the pandemic hit. I'm in the middle of what I felt like a spiritual awakening and a mental breakdown at the same time. Every time I thought I knew something, it just vanished. Brain fog so thick I couldn't even think straight. I remember waking up and asking, God, am I broken? Am I doing something wrong? Why are all these doors being shut right in my face? Jobs, opportunities, the doors just slammed. It was like the universe was just going, we're shutting these doors. It's not part of your purpose. And man, this kind of rejection does something to you, I got to tell you. You start questioning everything, your worth, your timing, even your faith. But I kept showing up, frustrated, angry, confused, haven't come to Jesus meetings, still praying through the fog, still talking to God I couldn't even hear. That's what being frustrated but faithful looks like. It's not pretty, it's not polished, it's raw faith that bleeds through the cracks of your patience. There were days I didn't even recognize myself. Walked around numb, drained. They say when you're down, really enjoy your family. Yeah, that's a good line and more difficult to swallow and actually do. So I'd say, God, I'm running out of strength. And I'd swear, I'd hear, good. Yeah, I finally can use you. and you say to yourself, what? You can use me now. And he says, yeah, because I got past all of those masks that you put on in your life. I'm like, still confused. So I was trying to build something on my own timeline, but God was stripping everything away that wasn't meant to last. It wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every no, every not yet, every so-called failure that I said it was a failure was actually divine redirection. He had to have me let everything crumble in front of me, and I'd finally stop trying to control the outcomes and just surrender. And trust me, I had plenty of those moments, and I'm sure everybody on here that's listening has had them too. You don't really want to control things, but when everything's stripped around you, the last thing is control. And when you lose control, you lose, God, you just feel like shit. Like I was talking about. Days are numb. I didn't even feel like working out. I didn't even feel like going out into the sun. I'd rather just sit in front of the TV and numb myself and watch all that good TV that's out there. So now, 8 years later, I finally see it. It had to happen this way. Boy, I heard that shit a lot too. Hey, it's got to happen this way. It's got to be this way. And you're like, why? Why does it have to happen this way? My whole life felt like that. Growing up, I was in a blue-collar family. My dad was your mailman. My mom worked for the university in the Instructional Media Center. And I don't know. It was they all did the best they could with what tools they were given. So it was an interesting childhood. I don't have anything bad to say about it, but there were some childhood traumas that I'll talk about later on here. Maybe not in this one, but later on where we all have them. So, but it just, that saying, it had to happen this way, it just doesn't settle well. So every door had to close, so I'd stop knocking on the wrong ones. That was basically the message the man upstairs was telling me. Every disappointment was a reroute, he was saying. Every delay a disguise for divine setup. We are trained to think if something's not working our way, that find a way to make it work. Control. So he basically just stripped everything away so I wouldn't settle for stuff that wasn't part of my purpose. I would have built something small, safe, and forgettable, but God wasn't calling me to be comfortable. He was calling me to make an impact, to stand here today as a living proof that frustration doesn't mean failure. It means formation. That's right. The mic, the message, this is what it was all for. If you're listening right now and you're in the waiting place, whether nothing's working and your prayers feel like they're bouncing off the ceiling, hear me. It's not over. You're not forgotten. You're just in formation. God will frustrate the plans that don't align with your purpose. He will block the doors that lead to small thinking. He will shut down shortcuts that keep you from becoming who you were born to be. And that's what happened to me, basically. That's why I had to walk through 8 years of silence. Trust me, I had my plenty of come to Jesus meetings asking him for direction. Again, like I was saying, I'm a capable individual, like most of you out there, and when something's not working, you try and find a fix for it. I went through everything and nothing. So I could finally find my voice right now. So I could tell you that waiting isn't wasted, it's sacred. I used to ask God for signs. Now I realize I am one. I'm the sign that you can survive silence. I'm the sign that faith doesn't always feel good, but it always works for your good. So yeah, I'm frustrated, but I'm still faithful. Because the waiting built me, the silence trained me, and the struggle, it anointed me. If every door had opened, I'd be missing my calling. But now I see why nothing worked. Because this was what I was meant to be. This story, this message, this moment. So if you're in the 8 years, your 8 months, or even your 8 days of waiting, hold on. Because when God finally moves, he moves suddenly. But first, he builds you slowly. Oh, I gotta tell you, slowly. And when it's time, you'll know. Because the very thing that once broke you will be the thing that speaks through you. Thanks for joining me on Frustrated but Faithful. Remember, the waiting isn't wasted, the silence isn't meaningless, and your story isn't over. Stay faithful, stay raw, and let God turn your frustrations into your purpose. See you next time on Frustrated but Faithful.